Welcome back. It's time to check in with meteorologist Thomas Geboy. And Thomas, it's the calm before the storm this morning.
It really is. We just have cloud coverage around right now, a few foggy spots, but really not much that's going to be getting in your way for the morning commute. Now for the evening commute, that's likely going to be a different story. So clouds continue to move in from our west and from our south with a southerly flow of wind all ahead of our next storm system that's currently in California, moving into Nevada. And eventually, by later today, it's going to be moving into our neighborhood. So again, a calm start to the morning for most, but then we'll see those big changes once we get into this afternoon and evening. There are a few foggy spots, as mentioned, especially with some spots with some of that thicker snow on the ground, and some of the foggier spots continue to be around Bryce Canyon in southern Utah. So if you're traveling, say, in the northern portions of Kane County and the western portions of Garfield County, just maybe build in a little extra time, as those visibilities have been reduced in spots to a half a mile or less, and even a quarter of a mile or less, even around Bryce Canyon. And speaking of Bryce Canyon, here's the current view, where a little while ago you couldn't see much of anything off in the distance, but at least it's let up just a little bit for the time being, but still a very nice view and a calm start to the morning outside of the fog. And then as we make our way into northern Utah, this is the view from Utah State University overlooking Cache Valley. A little bit of haze, but really not too bad. And our temperatures this morning, thanks to that southerly flow of wind, are a little bit warmer compared to this time yesterday. It's 24 in Logan, 19 in Heber City, 39 degrees in Salt Lake City, 36 degrees in Provo, and we're sitting at 46 degrees in St. George. And for today, those daytime highs going to be above our seasonal averages. We'll see a daytime high in the middle 40s in Salt Lake, with most along the Wasatch Front climbing into the low and mid 40s. See a daytime high of 43 in Cedar City, 51 in St. George, 47 in Bluff, 47 in Moab, where that cold pool of air continues to be in the Uinta Basin. We'll only see a daytime high of 24 degrees in Vernal. So this morning starts mostly calm when it comes to our skies across the board, but from this afternoon into tonight, the chance for wet weather will increase across the board, with mainly valley rain and mountain snow thanks to that warmer air that has continued to move in. So let's begin the futurecast. 8 o'clock this morning, high pressure moves away to the east, and then you see by midday today, we'll start to see the chance for wet weather increase across the Beehive State, especially along and west of I-15. And I even think by midday today, there will be at least a slight chance we could see some rain along the Wasatch Front, but that chance only ramps up as we get from the afternoon into this evening. This shows at 6 o'clock, valley rain and mountain snow, a likelihood for most along the I-15 corridor, also a decent chance of rain down in St. George. Then into tonight, everybody will have a good chance of seeing that wet weather. And then as we go from Friday morning into Friday afternoon, that moisture in our storm system start to pull away, but there will still be some lingering moisture in behind the cold front that's going to pass through tonight. So in northern Utah, especially in our northern Utah valleys, the valley rain could transition back over into valley snow, with some accumulations being a possibility. Then from Friday morning into the afternoon, that moisture starts to move away. Maybe a few lingering snow showers a possibility up on our mountains through the afternoon tomorrow. But then from Friday afternoon into Friday night, high pressure starts to build in. That's going to lead to a calm Saturday, all ahead of what could be more active weather as we round out the weekend and move into next week. But because we're expecting valley rain and mountain snow, more accumulations for our mountains, and our mountains now have a winter storm warning that'll be going into effect from the southern mountains through the northern mountains beginning later today. Will continue through early on Friday. 6 to 12 inches of snow expected for most of our mountains, isolated up to 15 inches for some of our southern mountains, including the Pine Valleys and Bryan Head, and we could see isolated up to 20 inches for some of our northern mountains, including the Cottonwoods and the mountains around Ogden. And of course, winter driving conditions and the avalanche risk will continue to remain at least considerable and possibly high over the next few days. And our mountains, we're expecting, again, anywhere between 6 and 12 inches of snow, but in our valleys, we could see anywhere from rain to 2 inches and possibly up to 4 inches, depending on how quickly the rain transitions over into snow. Benches could pick up 2 to 4, isolated up to 6, and mountain valleys could pick up 2 to 6 with isolated up to 10, especially for those mountain valleys closer to 7,000 feet, like around Park City. And we're going to see impacts out on the roadway. This is the UDOT travel impacts from 4 o'clock this afternoon through tomorrow evening, and we're going to be expecting times of even road slush along the I-15 corridor. So if you're going to be traveling late today into tomorrow, just make sure that you're planning ahead. As for St. George, a good chance for rain later on today, keeping that good chance for rain through early on Friday, then clearing from Friday into Saturday. Daytime highs will continue to be right around 50 degrees. Then we could potentially bring back the chance of rain by the middle of next week. Then along the Wasatch Front, valley rain and mountain snow later today. That rain could transition over to snow early on Friday. Mostly dry on Saturday, a slight chance on Sunday before we bring in a slightly better chance as we go into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week.